a Viking ship. Okay, well, let's get going. What we need is a pen and a pencil and an eraser. And, right, let me think. We want the waterline kind of quite low down on the picture. So I'm going to put kind of the waterline along there, and that will be the sea. And we'll bring the prow of the boat back like that. And this is a kind of a classic kind of Osberg ship kind of design. I'm gonna normally I have them facing this way. I'm gonna have it facing that way for one very good reason. So I'm gonna put the prow of the ship here. I'm gonna make this a dragon or something like that. Like that. And so you want to get a nice kind of sinuousy kind of an S shape here, like that, coming down into the sea. And then at the back you're going to want the tail coming into a nice curl. And these are actually kind of boards that become the keel that come underneath the water there. And then you want to bring a curl around from there, and actually it kind of comes a bit lower towards the water. They were very low in the water, and that's why they were so good. They could sort of slink up rivers and get to places where other people couldn't. Just what made the Vikings so fearsome, really, I think. Now on here you're going to have the steer board, and this is kind of the steering mechanism, and I went on board the Sea Stallion, which was a fantastic ship a couple of years ago that sailed from Denmark round to Ireland, round the north of England and the north of Scotland rather, down to Ireland, and then it came to the south of England the next year, and I visited when it came to Portsmouth, and this little bit here, the first they tried a rope with a knot on it, and that kept breaking, and they found what they used was a pine tree, a very young pine tree, and they just kind of rammed it through there, and the roots would kind of stick out there, and that worked absolutely brilliantly. So that's the steer board, and then you're going to want the mast coming up in the middle like that, and I'm going to have this kind of in sail. So you want to have a slight angle there to give it that kind of feeling of being at sea. And then you want a curve kind of like that, and that'll be kind of holding on there somewhere, and that will be holding there, and you're going to have a rope holding the mast up on either end as well. And I think, because it's a school project, I don't know if they would always have their shields up, but I think it's a school project where we'll put the shields there as well. And that's basically your Viking ship. Now if you draw a line echoing that kind of curve, another one there and another one there and another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there, like that, then you're nearly there. So you want to draw all the things which are in front first, and I would say that you're going to want to draw the sail there, but only that much so far. I should have thought about how are they connected onto the mast. It's not the mast, that is it? The mast goes up, and I don't know what it is. the cross bit. That's the technical term. I suppose I should know that. If we just put little ropes holding it on there. Now what we can do here is over the top of that draw this rope that is holding up the mast there. So then we can draw the rest of the cross bit. I should know the word. I went on a school visit yesterday, and I'm very, very tired today, and my brain's not entirely working. So now we can draw in those kind of stripy bits like that, and they'll be like that. Here we go. And that will go behind the rope there. So you see, if you do the thing that's nearest to you first, then it makes it easier to draw the other things behind, and it just kind of looks right then, that way. And we've probably got a bit of rope holding that together, a bit of lashing up at the top. And then what shall we do next? I think I will do this kind of steerboard coming there, and that's going to be little wavy bits at the bottom where it goes into the water. And I think next we ought really to do the shields along the side. And of course, Viking longships, the same design was used for trading boats and all sorts of things. So this is the cabin boy's little shield at the front. That'll be Viking Viks at the front, and we can put I don't know, different designs on them. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean the basic kind of Viking ship design is kind of used for trading boats and fishing boats and all sorts of things like that. So not all of them would have had shields on, I don't suppose. I'm making this up as I'm going along now, actually. But I don't know. I suppose I've looked into Viking boats a little bit. I wouldn't call myself an expert though, so don't trust everything I say. Right, let's come up to the top here. I think if we put the kind of the dragon's ears in like that, and then you want to do a little thing like that. If you find another video where I show you how to draw dragons, that would probably help at this stage, like that, and then do something like that, and that will come around like that, and then there'll be kind of patterns, although it's too small to show them here, so I'll just put something there. And again, let's bring that all the way up and around, and then take it all the way back and all the way down to there. And then we can, if you put your main, I don't know what this bit, gunnels or something, I don't know my kind of boating terms properly. I'm sure they'll have, I suppose I could just bluff my way through it and say, oh yeah, they're gunnels, and everyone might believe me. So somebody was bound to put a comment, well actually no, they're not gunnels at all, they're something else. And then we want waves like that, and then we can put in the back stay. Oops, there's the phone, I better just answer it. Okay, I'm back again. Drawn all that. Now, I'm rubbing this out, and I can do that because I know my nice rotary ticky eraser, it's pigment ink which dries really quickly, and it dries solid. And you know, so it's not going to smear, but whatever you're using, make sure it's dry before you rub out your pencil marks, because otherwise your ink will smear badly. There we go. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to do, this is a bit scribbly because I don't have that much time on these videos, so I'm scribbling a bit harder down at the bottom and closer together, and then kind of lightening up as I get to the top, sort of, so the scribble gets a bit further apart. So you should get a kind of a gradation of tone. And so it's kind of should look a bit darker on the bottom, which will give a kind of a curve to the sail. And we'll then add to that in just a second when we add a bit more on the other side, but not quite so on the white sections, but not quite so much like that. And that just kind of fades out when we get up to the top there, like that. And we might want to put a little bit of shading in the bottom half of the mast and the crossbar. I don't know. A bit of wooden pattern there. I think we might want a bit of shading underneath there, and you might want some bit of shading coming up round there, and I think a bit of shading underneath those bits, and in between and underneath the shields as well, I should think, like that. Let's have some more water there, some more water here and there, like that. How is that? How does that look? Are we going to want a sheet? Is that a sheet? I think a sheet is the rope, isn't it? That's holding that side down, and could maybe put a bit bit more, something into there, like that, and a bit of motion. That's going to go that way, and then we're going to want to make the sea look a bit darker there than the boat. And so if you put those kind of wavy lines in and just a bit of scribbling around, how do I get away with it? I don't know. There we go. There is your Viking ship, and I hope you like that. And if you did, keep coming back to the Shoerainer Drawing School, or should I say the Shoerainer Tegnings School. And so keep coming back to the Shoerainer Drawing School on YouTube, Shoerainer Drawing Channel, and shoe-tube.com, which is my own website, where you can see all my videos, usually in schools and libraries. It gets through all the filters and things like that. And keep watching, keep coming back. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. Bye.